Hello everyone, I'm Xiongying. Welcome to my course. Today, I'll talk about the Bai people. The population of the Bai people is over 1.93 million and is the 15th largest minority group in China. They mostly live in the Dali Bai Autonomous Prefecture in Yunnan Province. Others live in Kunming and Lijiang. Nowadays, they can also be found in Sichuan, Guizhou, and Hunan. I will use the word multiculturalism to describe the Bai culture. This is because the Bai people are good at absorbing the wisdom of other cultures, and their culture is very diverse. First of all, the origin of the Bai people is multicultural. The earliest Bai ancestors were formed by the integration of the native Kunming people and the Qiang people from the
Qinghai Tibet Plateau.
With time, some other minorities such as the Zou,
Xi,
Cuan, Bo, Ailao, and Dian, and the Han became part of Bai people as well. Due to historical reasons such as wars and land expansions and trade, the Bai minority group gradually came into being. Secondly, Dali's special location made cultural exchange possible. The Bai people lived by the Erhai Lake, which was a transportation hub in ancient time. For example, the famous Shuyuandu Road, also known as the Southern Silk Road, existed as early as the Western Han Dynasty. The road started in Chengdu, passed Dali, and then led to India. Later, the Tea-horse caravan road flourished in the Tang, Song, Ming, and Qing dynasties. It connected Sichuan, Yunnan, and Tibet in China and extended to Bhutan, Nepal, and India. The two roads made it possible for different ethnic groups to exchange goods. Dali served an important stop. To facilitate trade, the third-month fair was held in Dali. In every third lunar month, the Tibetan, Yi, Bai, Han, Naxi, Mongolian, and Muslim people gathered here together to exchange goods. Activities like horse racing, ethnic performances, and sports events were also part of the fair. Through exchange and communication, the Bai people assimilated other cultures into their own. Thirdly, the Bai people assimilated different languages into their own. The Bai language belongs to the Tibetan-Burman group of the Sino-Tibetan language family. However, it has not been decided which branch it belongs to. There are at least 3 hypotheses about the Bai language. The first hypothesis is that the Bai language is a mixture of Han and Baiman. The second is that the Bai language belongs to the Yi language branch. The third hypothesis is that the Bai language is a kind of Han dialect. Why is it difficult to categorize the Bai language? This is probably because the Bai language have assimilated different languages into its own, thus showing the features of various languages. In this sense, we can call the Bai language multilingual. Fourthly, the Bai people's religion also shows multiculturalism. The Bai people believe in patron gods. Patron gods are known as the protection gods. According to statistics, there are over 500 patron gods, including local heroes, kings and ministers of the Nanzhao and Dali periods, military officials of the Tang government, virtuous people, as well as such objects as stones, trees, animals, mountain gods, and dragon kings. Besides, many Bai people believe in the Ajali sect of Buddhism. It is different from both Han Buddhism and Tibetan Buddhism. From the religion, we can also see that the Bai people's multiculturalism. Fifthly, Bai food integrates different flavors from other cultures. For instance, the Bai people have many milk products such as milk rolls and lumped cheese, which are the foods of nomadic people. Meanwhile, they have been living a farming life since they settled down, so they have many foods related to agricultural groups such as rice noodles and sticky rice cakes. Moreover, since the Bai people live by the Erhai Lake, they also go fishing, thereby making fish and seaweed part of their food as well. Last but not the least, Bai history also reflects its connection with different minorities. The first event here was a conquering of the Erhai area by the Western Han dynasty. It had already got in touch with the Han people. Then, during the Nanzhao kingdom, roughly around the time of the Tang dynasty, the local people had much contact with Wuman, the ancestors of the today's Yi people. Because Wuman was in power, they also had contact with the Tang dynasty and the Tubo group, because they lived right between Tang and Tubo. In the Yuan dynasty, the Bai people, together with the Naxi people, were subject to the Mongolian people. A brief account of history views the Bai people's multiculturalism because during the contact, they integrated different cultures into their own. If you come to visit Dali, you will find that the local houses have also integrated Han style with their own features. The local house is called Sanfang Yizhaobi, which means a courtyard house with rooms on 3 sides and a screen wall. The principal rooms face a screen wall on the east. We all know the courtyard houses in northern China normally face south, but Dali is different because it has a strong west wind all the year round. In order to prevent the strong wind from coming in, the principal rooms face east and do not have windows on the west. Therefore, the rooms are quite dark inside. To bring in more light, a screen wall is built on the east to reflect more sunshine into the rooms. How intelligent! From their language, religion, food, history, and house, we can see that the Bai people are good at learning because of their ability to learn, to absorb, and to integrate. The Bai people are a relatively developed ethnic group in Yunnan, and Dali enjoys the fame as a historical town with rich culture. The rich Dali culture is also reflected in people's clothes. The Bai people regard white as an honorable color and like to wear white clothes. Men often wear a white coat and pants with black or blue vests. Women like to wear white coats and pants with red vest. Do you know the most special part of the Bai costume? It is a Bai women's headdress. The headdress represents the 4 famous sceneries in Dali. The 4 sceneries in Dali are wind, flower, snow, and moon. The tassel on the headdress represents the wind. The flower embroidery represents the many flowers that bloom in the spring and summer. The little mounds of white velvets on the top of the headdress represents the snow on the top of Changshan mountain. And the whole headdress is in the shape of a moon reflected in the Erhai Lake. What beautiful, romantic scenery it reminds us of. Talking about scenery, Dali has many places of interest, such as the 3 pagodas, the Dali ancient town, Changshan Mountain, and Erhai Lake. It has a number of festivals and celebrations such as the Torch Festival, the Third Month Fair, and a singing contest on Shibao Mountain. You have to experience them by yourself. Thank you. 边长知识边学英语，希望这里的词汇表可以帮到你。